Well, it ain't free.
Hi.
Too many soldiers have died for you and me. They gave their blood, sweat, and tears every single day. Made a sacrifice for the American way. It's time to seize the day and make a proclamation saying loud across the nation.
You know, Lucretia.
I'm an outlaw in the USA.
I bleed red, white, and blue
Every single day.
and I'll be down
If I'm gonna let you take my freedom away.
You better say it.
I'm gonna live my life by the Constitution. Wanna stand right up and join the revolution. Wanna sing it so loud you can hear me coming my way. Yeah,
Cause we're outlaws
Come on, Lucretia.
in the USA. So welcome everybody. How you doing? Dave is gonna sneak some of your songs in, and I pray because we're holding a rally here, and you just live a hop, skip, and a jump from Loganville, Georgia, that you can actually come to our 14th rally. That's gonna be right here. It's Faith Over Fear, and we're supporting our first responders and veterans. We have 8 speakers, 2 performers.
When is it?
It is April the 12th. It's gonna be right here in our side yard.
Let me check with my management team. Yeah, I think I can be there.
Matt Thompson.
And I'm gonna bring some Whiskey Town barbecue sauce with me.
Well, we're gonna be cooking out that day anyway because normally when we have a rally, we do all the cooking. So
that's perfect.
we're gonna be having
use
ribs
barbecue
and
sauce.
chicken, and we're gonna have potato salad, the whole baked
Yeah, we'll
beans.
bring. I just got back from George Foreman's gonna endorse my sauce, and we're looking at putting a ranch together with some folks in Texas to launch Whiskey Town USA as as an amphitheater for shows, but also have a Whiskey Town general store and a barbecue restaurant, a distillery for moonshine, and it's like stepping into the old west. But we're going to also use it as a retreat for corporate outings and veterans that we can bring in and have them around horses and around music and around a group of veterans that can support them. And we're building that hopefully in the next year.
And you are a new ambassador for the Veterans for America First.
Yes, been with them. I would say about a year, maybe a little over a year. But I came on board. I met Jared and Stan and everyone, and just was obviously a big supporter of President Trump and our administration currently, and just went to Mar-a-Lago with Stan and Jared, which was an honor. And I just was honored to be asked to be a brand ambassador and shoot a video for the Trump movement. And next is to get in front of that gentleman and show him how we can help our veterans. So I'm honored to be on your show, Lucretia. It's great to finally meet you in person, right?
How you doing? Because I've been listening to your song, and when you was sending it to us a couple of nights ago, I was like, Dave, play it. So we're going to put them in full rotation on this show.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Because pretty much your songs go with what we talk about, which is God, family, country, and Trump. We take articles from all around the world, and if it goes against our core values, my faith in Jesus Christ, or you bashing America or Trump or our veterans, I'm going to dig you a new one. And I don't care if you're a Republican, because I'm a cartoon Republican. But we know we have a lot of interlopers.
You're married, ain't you? You married?
Yes, I give them a hard-ass time, too.
Because that's what I want to hear. Listen, Lucretia, a lot of people ask me why I would move from Las Vegas, come to the Gulf Coast, and start a whole new career in music. Well, number one is that God spoke to me and said that you need to use your talents for more than just hypnotizing people and making them laugh and have fun with them. You need to be out here. There needs to be a voice for the voiceless, and that's why I put you in this position, is to learn. I've traveled the country. I've met with the veterans. Throughout the campaign, I was performing Outlaw and other songs. And their stories are the songs you're talking about. It's the stories that I'm getting from the veterans about their service dogs, about losing their friend or whatever. And that's what I'm turning into music that I want to share with the world, to raise money to help our veterans with mental and physical wellness programs.
Now, explain to them and talk to them about the crowdsourcing and the funding that you are looking for. And we want to help out and put something out there so we can start raising money, too, because I think it's a great cause.
Well, I appreciate it. And, obviously, your husband and I spoke earlier, and I shared with him my vision was, all of us have a dream. And I just wrote a song called Chase the Dream, and I shared it with y'all. And my dream is to use my talents as a writer, as a producer, as a show, to help raise awareness for this problem we have. Now, I work with Tunnel to Towers and other organizations, and buying homes and paying off mortgages and things are great. but we got to address what's going on up here.
Yes.
And that's not happening from the pills and the prescriptions that are happening in the VA. It's a great thing to help someone, but you over medicate them and then they become one of the 42 that die every day. And the statistic used to be 22. I'll wear a wristband. It's 42 right now.
Wow.
For a lot of reasons. So the whole thing is if I could appeal to my brothers and sisters in arms to go to ilovewhiskeytown.com, try our sauce, because on the sauce it says Whiskeytown Warriors. My whole mission, my purpose from God, Lucretia, and why I'm so blessed to be on your show today is I want to write and perform, and I want to be the Bob Hope we haven't had since Bob Hope.
Oh, so
And
you want to go around the United States and also the world, raising fun and entertaining our military men and women, no matter if they are on Navy ships or at a base or wherever they. I would love. Well, I don't have a passport.
Well, and the whole thing is that how do we start? So we start, like, for example, there's a gentleman that owns a bar called Stripes in Navarre Beach, Florida. Okay. Now, I've used to headline the casinos here. As you know, many years ago, I had a running show with the Hard Rock with my hypnosis show, but now I'm adding live music and my own original music and also doing country rock music. We're working with this gentleman. He's got a brand new venue. So I'm bringing in Skip Martin, the lead vocalist for a little band you might have heard of called Kool and the Gang.
Whoa, where this going to be at? In Texas.
So here's what we're doing. Sony, he's with my management team, Joe Gator, who is responsible for another little band called New Kids on the Block. Well, JoJo and I got together with Sony and our team, and we said, what can we do to show diversity and love and bring music to the masses? And while we have their attention, how can we tell them that the problem our veterans are facing is more than you're aware of, and we need your help? So come to our show, come buy my sauce, come be part of what the Whiskeytown Warriors Initiative is, which is our brothers and sisters in arms need our help. And those of us that still can walk, talk, carry a job, and got a couple dollars in the bank, if we come together, I want to travel this country and be a voice for the voiceless. And I want to raise money. I don't want nobody to give us anything. I'll come perform, we'll sell tickets, and we'll leave an impact in your community. And I want to duplicate that model with other entertainers like Jelly Roll and other people that are doing some great things right now. And that's what I think our country needs is we got Jelly Roll for the incarcerated and the drug, rehabilitated. Who do we have for the veterans right now?
You and
apply for the job.
You do know my husband has over 30 years of being a lighting.
Yes, I do. I told him, I said, wait till you see this show, because we're going to have lasers and projection mapping, and it's going to be incredible. So we're looking for places where myself and Skip Martin and other guests like Travis Tritt's family. Travis is an amazing guy, lives right there in Georgia. He and his wife Kiki are friends of ours, and the family is a musical family. So we're trying to bring his daughter Tyler and his son. They're talented musicians. I want to start bringing them out on the road with us as part of the Whiskeytown tour, so we can reach through entertainment more people than we can reach through this television show. Because if we put on a great show, people will give us a chance to help their community.
I got your first location, the Horse Park, right over here in Newton County, which is not too far from 20. I think the Horse Park is a great place for you to have it in Georgia. Down the street
well,
from us.
I tell you, if anybody wants to help facilitate that, I know I'm going to be coming up to see y'all real soon to visit with Jared and, Mr. Doug Collins, who's obviously the Department of Veterans Administration head now. I would love to come up there and see if we could raise enough money to bring a production, including Skip, because can you imagine, after I'm done doing my music and we're doing our rock country thing and patriotic thing, that the celebration song we sing is the one that's been all over the world with the one guy who wrote it and sang it, Skip Martin. You imagine how and then he does some of the Kool and the Gang hits.
I want to
That could be a great fundraiser for your local. So what I'm saying is, what if that show could come to other cities in America and our veterans found sponsorships to bring us there?
Can we make the T-shirts? I want a booth. I can hum a diddle, but can we make the T-shirts, the hats, the stuff to sell? And then not only is your fundraising for the actual veterans, we're going to be fundraising to help save our home, because we're in a property grab when they took advantage of his grandmother, his elderly grandmother, and forged all the signatures off this property. When you get here, it's 7 acres, and we hold all our rallies right here to try to save this place because somebody decided to forge all of the properties off our property, and we've been fighting 5 years. And how we've survived is doing fundraisers through the show. That is how, and that's why we call our family. I mean, the people that watch the show.
Why don't we do
family.
a concert there, and we'll bring in a light and stage package, and bring in some artists, and we'll bring our brothers and sisters from all the biker gangs and outlaws around the southeast here. We'll bring them in there and put them in that field. Let's put 10,000 people in there and raise, $500,000 to help y'all out.
Stan Fitzgerald, I know you're watching right now.
My wife has often asked me, what would it take for me to get back on the road and do another show?
This is it. You on the road now. You don't know it yet.
This is it. This is, I would love to do this.
Let's just do it. Hey, all you got to say is yes, and then let's go to work executing and raising the funds, and I'll bring everybody in, and we'll throw a party, and we'll raise some money for y'all.
I don't know anybody. If anybody was out there in the last 10 years ago, if you saw Zach Brown, if you saw Charlie Daniels, if you saw anything else,
we say
help
yes.
us raise this money.
We say yes.
I'm going to be doing this guy.
Yeah. Well, hey, we say
we got
yes.
so many things to talk about, y'all. I'm just so excited. I'm gonna stop talking and let you ask questions, Lucretia.
Look, Jessica said, you know what? Oh my God, that would be so awesome, Lucretia. You got people in the chat rooms, and Lillian just lives on the other side of Atlanta. So you got so many people in the chat room already said they down for it. they
let me ask this of the chat room.
Okay.
If we could get 10 people in the chat room to tell 10 people that you've got a United States veteran that's part of VFAF, that's gone to Mar-a-Lago, that wants to come there and bring a great show with a great barbecue experience, because we're going to bring in some chefs to cook some barbecue out there and sell some plates. And I will bring some surprise guests that will make everyone so excited. In fact, I can tell you right now that there will be someone at this show with the last name Tritt. So my question is if somebody out there right now could get 10 to get 10 to get 10, if we get 1,000 yeses on this show, then we'll rock and roll.
Lillian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's
7.
it.
I'm bouncing.
Well, you got 10. You're seeing yes all over the place right now.
Well,
and
I'm seeing a lot more than 10 if you jump around the chat rooms.
Well,
and all they got to do is, Lucretia, they can reach out to you guys, right?
Yes.
So what I would suggest is, what my call to this program today, what God spoke on my heart to say was, I've been doing this pretty much on my own for a few years, but I built it to a point now where I'm asking for my fellow veterans to help me help our veterans by bringing something to the table. I don't just have a show. I have 4,000 doctors that use light and sound and nutrition and help their patients heal naturally. And I want to help pay for that for the veterans through these shows.
Absolutely.
So bringing me to your community, I'm going to leave behind X amount of headsets and nutrition to get 100 veterans started. And if it works for them, I'm going to keep paying for it. And the reason I'm going to keep paying for it is the VA ain't doing their job right now. And it's not because of them, it's because of the previous administrations.
Yes.
We know that. But somebody has to stand up for our veterans, and somebody has to be a voice for the voiceless. And God gave me the ability to write, sing, produce, play a few instruments, and I got a few friends. Let's get our veterans to fund this program, and let's do it together. And as I go around the country, come to my show and say, hey, I was one of those people that sponsored you, because I want to thank you. Because without you, we can't do this. But with you guys, we can do magic. And that's what this is about. So I was excited to share that with you today, because I believe that's how we're going to go from a small town in Alabama to the rest of the world with this program.
Well,
so
somebody
thank
named
you for that.
Jones, not somebody named Jones, but Jones said, if you could get Travis Tritt, you might as well go ahead and get Kid Rock.
I said I'd get a Tritt. I didn't say Travis.
And I'm going to throw this out here.
Travis is busy guy, but his kids are going to be superstars, and they're very talented, and they're very good. And
well, he sounds like
I've been
his
wanting
daddy.
to do a show with them, so I'm gonna try to do them right there. And if they do a show in Georgia, everybody's coming.
Yes.
And I'm going to throw this
And
out
Travis
here.
is a hell of a man and a hell of a patriot, just like John Rich. So shout out to them boys and Kid Rock. Bob, thank you for what you do too, brother. We all need to be on a stage in Georgia, so I'm calling Kid, John, and all you boys, why don't y'all sign up?
And
let's do a show in Georgia and help these people with this property and get this thing on the right track.
Amen.
Can you guys play a song called "It's a Long Way"? It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
I can
It's
hear
an
that song.
AC/DC song.
It's a
And
long way to the
Yeah,
top
man.
if you want to rock and roll.
Wait till you hear my band.
It requires a certain instrument that I haven't played in about 10 to 12 years.
You finna pull that out the closet.
I will if we can make this happen.
Okay, I can assure you that we can play any song that you want to play.
You want to
So
hear
We
him?
can play everything from Willie to Waylon to AC/DC to Guns N' Roses to Thom Kaz to Bon Jovi to Run DMC. You name it, we can play it.
Well, and for this particular song, it's a weird instrument that's required, and I can play it.
It's a
What's
bagpipe.
the instrument? What are you talking about?
Bagpipes.
It's a bagpipe.
Hey, I've always wanted to write a song. Why don't we do that song and then I'll write one when I come visit you. Me, you, and Lucretia will write a song together and we'll pull that one out of the hat.
Okay.
Oh my! I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to pull out my
man.
bagpipes.
All I need is a guitar and a piece of paper and we can make magic happen with the bagpipes.
And Pumpkin literally just said, this is the Holy Spirit working. When two or more get together in his name, everything can change.
Amen.
So as we're
Amen.
focusing on our veterans, the bikers, you looking at Smitty Smith or the Casper or the Bikers for Trump.
Can they ask questions of you and I just post some questions at me?
Yeah, you can throw some questions at me.
I want to say hi to everybody. And first of all, if you're a soldier that has served or if you're a soldier that is serving, I want to say thank you. And I also want to do something most artists don't do. And that is when my father was serving, my mother was home. So I want to thank all of those who support our veterans. And that's, Lucretia, that's another big part is when we go around the country, I want the spouses, the kids, and the veterans and the active duty to come to my show. And we're going to treat them like they're going to get a special seated section. They're going to get to come backstage and meet the artists. Veterans can come backstage, no cost. It's going to be part of their ticket because I want to meet them all. I want to say hello to them. I want to thank them. And I want to ask them their stories because that story tells me what I can sing about that might help that other veteran that's got the same kind of problem. And that's what God has called me to do, is to use my talents to bring those stories to life and then share it with the world. So that's what this is about. So hi, everybody, and thank you.
Well, I think you're doing one hell of a fine job. What are you talking about? You're using your talent, your God-given talent, to not only give back, but give motivation, inspiration, and support. Because having over 40 people a day, doing suicide or committing suicide because they're not getting the help they deserve and it's due to them. We need to change this. And luckily, we have a new secretary in Doug Collins. He's a Georgia boy, like you said. And
Yes.
look like I know the person that's going to be his first in command on speed dial, but I feel like Georgia is a great kickoff point with helping the veterans taking this across the United States. I think, being a part of the Veterans for America First, this is really something that everyone can latch on to because we are helping other people and we are trying to put a smile on their face. And we want to rectify a lot of problems that's been plaguing the VA for a very long time, and our veterans have not been heard.
You are right. And there's, I can speak to something I have very much knowledge of, and that is if you just look at the dynamics of what's being uncovered right now, we know that hundreds of trillions of dollars for the last 50 plus years have been spent through the laundering. But we also know this, when our government makes multi-billion-dollar contracts with pharmaceutical companies, why they made marijuana illegal is because they could take something God gave us in the form of a plant and turn it into a pill and sell it to us. But then they make us sick with the food, right?
Yes.
So what's happening is our veterans are the dumping grounds for the billion-dollar contracts that these lobbyists negotiate to get kickbacks. So how do we solve that problem? Well, first of all, God put everything on this earth we need to heal, and depression and suicides feels like it's in the brain, but it's in the gut. And so we got to address nutrition and support the gut first, and then we can address the brain through, meditation and light and sound. So my mandate here is not just to speak to the viewers and say, I want to come do a show. I want to sit down with President Trump and Mr. Kennedy and bring our 4,000 doctor network to him and say, we have a solution that's been proven to help PTSD, lower suicide, increase sleep abilities. We want to bring this to you and plug it into the veterans right now. And the shows are just a way for me to bring it around the country. So our mandate right now is much more than it seems to be. But that's really the truth is that the pharmaceutical companies are in bed with the government, which has to satisfy billion-dollar contracts. And so they give them to the veterans and the active duty. 81% of our active duty and soldiers are on a form of antidepressant medication right now. We got to change that. And it starts with education, technology, and nutrition. And that's my mission, is to bring that to the veterans directly.
So, dude, can the veterans turn down being guinea pigs? Or because they are enlisted, they have to take all the shots that are coming their way?
Well, unfortunately, in the government, they run by a different set of rules, right? But the right should be for the individual to make a decision about what goes into the only thing he has true possession of, which is his body. That's it. So I don't agree with it, but that's what they tell the soldiers. But then again, all the soldiers that were kicked out because they didn't do the COVID-19 vaccine just are Trump wants to bring them back in. So I think that's going to change. I don't think a soldier should be mandated to do anything unless he wants to do it, because at the end of the day, he's the one taking the risk, not them.
I'm still over the very first concert going to be right here in Georgia.
Well, like I said, there's a few things on the horizon. We're working with the Hard Rock in Biloxi, Mississippi, where I used to do some shows. I'm talking to Stoney's in Vegas. I'm going to be, I want to mention Richie and Nori. Richie's with a band called The Sweet. And a lot of folks may remember the song called Ballroom Blitz. Ballroom Blitz.
Yes.
Remember that song?
Yes.
Richie's done a country version, but he's got a multi-platinum, band there. And Richie and I are joining forces to do events and festivals with The Sweet and other celebrity bands for this purpose, to help with mortgage assistance, transition assistance, car payments. Somebody's house burns down. We want to be able to help veterans in ways that other organizations simply can't. And we plan to raise the money by doing great shows and partnering with the veterans in our community around the country that want to help me help them. So that's exciting that we've got Richie and People for a New America on board to support even what we're doing here at VFAF.
And right here, Cheryl said, I work for HUD Housing for vets, and they are surely left behind for help. It's like
Yes,
illegals get more help than our martyrs. And it's when they sign an enlistment paper, your life can be cut short at any moment. So I don't even call them enlistment anymore. I just say you martyred. You was willing to martyr your life for our nation. You deserve everything that they promised you. Everything in that contract when you enlisted for the military, I don't care which 5 branches or 6 branches it was, you need to have the support and you need to have all the promises that is due to you. And when you are gone and you're passed, your families, your offsprings, and your spouse shouldn't have to jump through hoops to continue to get the benefits that is due to them either. So how do we change that? Or is this going to be something that you're looking at as we're traveling around the nation? I said as we're traveling around the nation.
So the first answer to the question is how do you change anything? Well, this is something that when I used to do, motivational speaking with people like Tony Robbins and Zig Ziglar, is that success leaves clues. So we don't have to guess about how to create a movement towards better wellness and better things for our veterans. One is we need to take control of financing veterans through buying from veteran-owned businesses.
Yes.
Don't go to Walmart. Go to the guy down the street that's got a local store, because that man has worked to build that. Walmart don't care about you. We know that. We got to start with a grassroots movement of bringing people together, and then organizations together, and then cities together, and then states together, and then eventually we have the attention of this administration, which is something I would dearly welcome, is to sit down with President Trump and the staff and go, guys, what we're doing here is we're taking what you guys know works, which is going to the people. That's how he became elected, right? He went to the people and he learned what they wanted and he brought it to them. That's the mandate. Well, the mandate for us is who's going to help these veterans if we don't step up and do it ourselves? It ain't going to be the government. Trump can't do everything.
Nope.
But we take the hundreds of millions and billions of dollars that are going to all these artists that don't give a damn about a veteran, that don't appreciate that they're on a stage because one of us died for them to be on that stage. So why don't we put our money where the veterans are? Why don't we put our entertainment dollars where the veterans are owning businesses and doing shows? Because that's how we take it and give it back. We got to take a movement forth. And that's what this is with myself and Richie and guys like, y'all. We got to start a movement. And through entertainment, we can do that very quickly. 15,000 and 30,000 and 50,000. My goal in 1 year is to sell out stadiums and fill it with veterans that get help from those shows.
And I like it because as they're getting help and coming to the shows, there are going to be booths. There's going to be places that they could go sign up.
We're going to treat them like they should have been treated in the first place. They should be VIPs when they roll up on the carpet. They should sit in the front row and not pay extra money. They should meet the artists and be a part of our experience because I served in the military. My father, brother, I got a creed here called the Warrior's Creed. I'm gonna read one of these for every show because this is why we fight. And if we don't stand up as veterans and join forces now with Trump in office, we ain't ever going to do it. So why are you waiting? Let's not wait. Let's go. I'm here, baby. All of us together can do this, Lucretia.
This to me is a reprieve because we're setting it back right. All the wrongs that was right. We get to be able to have something to do with that. So taking it across the United States.
And it's little pieces. I'm not asking anybody on this broadcast to send $1 million. What I'm saying is, go to I Love Whiskey Town and buy the Warrior Bundle. Go online and buy my music. When you see a show coming to town, tell 20 friends of yours that you got a veteran that you want to bring, that I'd love to meet them and bring them back. Not many people get to go backstage at the show, but we can do that. We can do whatever we want. And I think veterans should be part of it. I'm looking for talent. There's a lot of great veteran singer and songwriters out here that we could put on that stage in front of 5,000 or 10,000 people and help them make a dream come true. And some of them are pretty darn good. Jamie Johnson, Craig Morgan, Zach Bryan. These are guys, and look at Chris Christopherson.
Yes.
So what if we go out here and we do a talent contest as we travel, people can submit their videos, and if we think there's somebody we can put on stage, we take a local person in your town that's always wanted to perform and never got a chance. Give them a chance to be on stage with somebody like Richie or Travis or whomever.
And you can change their life. That one song, that one bar, that one note can literally change their life.
Because that's what I want to do. Somebody gave me that chance. Well, I want to give that chance to other veterans and even performers. There might be a 12-year-old girl whose dream is to sing her heart out at the national anthem. Send her video to us. Let's get her on stage.
I already have somebody in mind.
Who?
Matt Thompson.
Wow.
Matt is going to be here April the 12th. And the song, Dave, you want to give him a little snippet of the song?
Let me pull it up.
It's basically "Make America Great Again." We play it on our show, and he's a great songwriter, and he just need that big break. So when he came to the rally,
let's do it. You ain't got it. Yeah, enough said. Matt's in. Now who next?
He said that. He said if I would have known this. He said, I didn't know your rallies was like this. How did you think my rallies were going to be? He's like, I don't really know. He said, but I want to be more involved. I said, well, I want to use your song. So if you
that's what I'm saying is we gotta, entertainers make hundreds of millions of dollars if they're pretty good at it. But they give a lot of that money to the label. They give a lot of that money to the promoter. They give a lot of that money to their staff and their entourage and their big houses and their several cars. I did all that, and God took it all away from me during COVID. And what it taught me was you can chase the dream you thought you had until he's decided that ain't the dream you need to be chasing. And for me, that's why I wrote the song I sent to y'all the other day, Chase the Dream, is I was chasing the money in the beginning, and I got it, and then I lost it. And then God said it's time to chase the dream because the dream is helping us help those veterans. That's what my mandate is. That's why I do this. It's not because of trying to go to Vegas and have a show. I did that. It ain't about trying to impress anybody. I tried that. It's about what can we do for one person to start an idea that's a spark that catches on in this community. And that's why I'm grateful for Stan and you and Jared and President Trump and all the people that have got us in this position. But now we have that opportunity with him in office to go get this problem solved, and we can do it together.
Oh, and Sharon Webb wanted me to let you know, vote for me for the NRA because I'm running for the board of directors.
Nice.
Testified in front
I'd love to take questions or answer questions about the music or anything.
You can go you could go in the chat. This is why I say the chat room is very interactive. No, I'm waiting for you to bring his song up.
Well, bring up some questions.
I'm looking for the questions.
That you see
I'm just sitting here trying to figure out.
I'm
I
having so much
more.
fun. I'm just enjoying the conversation.
I told you it was going to be a light conversation of what really wanted to know why you do what you do, why you got out there, and you've actually already said it. And then you're a veteran at that. You want to help veterans with homelessness, paying off the mortgage, giving them a leg up, and not having 40 odd people, 44, you said 42 people to kill.
Yeah, we're close to 40
suicide.
plus nowadays. I know the wristbands say 22, but the statistics are up because they felt like they've been cheated because of the immigration situation. When they find out they're getting gift cards and all that nonsense that was happening, these veterans felt cheated. But you know what? It's love and light that's going to save them. It ain't going to be a dollar. It's going to be us coming together and saying we cared enough about you to get behind this movement. And that's how we're going to save these veterans. They need hope, you know, and they don't need a hand out. They need a hand up. There ain't a veteran out there that can't stand on their own 2 feet, but we just got to help them a little bit. And the way to do that is to take the billions of dollars that are being channeled into all these entertainment companies and rediverting it into places like this where we can control where that money goes and help the veterans. I'm not out here to try to get rich and buy big houses. I'm out here to try to help as many people as I can before God takes me away. And that's my mission.
You got a question over there on X. You got Todd and Addie. They live in Iowa.
Hi, Todd.
They said, are you willing to come to Iowa because they need it?
I'm willing to come anywhere as long as we can, you know, cover the expenses for the band and the basic stuff. And as long as we can cover the expenses and sell tickets to help the organization, I'm down for any place. If we can talk anywhere. We're putting together cities right now, so we're down to open to talking about places right now. My team's ready to have those conversations.
It says also, who's going to when you get ready to travel across the United States, are you going to give like months in advance of the cities that you're going to hit so we can build the momentum as you are doing the first one? We'll continue building momentum across the United States for all the rest of them.
Yes, our goal is to leverage our relationships with the VFAF and other organizations so it goes out to them. And then through Facebook and through strategic partnerships, we'll be announcing hopefully a multi-city tour. And as dates are added, they will be added to the I Love Whiskeytown website. So when we start the dates out, we will put it out in advance. We will ask for everybody to help push it on social media. And hopefully, you know, between this show and the Voice of the People that I'm going to be appearing on, we're going to reach a few million people here. All we need is a few thousand folks to say, this sounds like a pretty darn good idea, to help us do it. And reach out to you guys and y'all reach out to me because y'all have my contact. And then we can have direct conversations and find out what the budget would be to bring the show in and raise the money and do the things we want to do.
Whatever you need from me and Dave, we are here to help you as y'all are helping us. And like I said, even though it's 3 weeks away before we have our event, we're trying to push it out there as big
I'm going
to
be there. I'm coming.
Dave put his name down on the list.
Dave, if I come, you got to head up lighting so I get a good light show.
It's going to be outside.
Well, I'll
good. We can do things outside we can't do indoors.
I'll send you some videos of what I've done in the past.
And Lillian said, reach out, and Lillian wants you to reach out because she writes grants for work now. So Lillian,
if y'all can y'all have everybody contact y'all and then you feed me so I'm only getting it from one because I'll get it from everywhere. So could they just coordinate through you guys, please?
Absolutely. I can get it with
and y'all have y'all share it with me. So if you want to give your email that they can send it to on behalf of me, and then that'll come to my management team via you guys and we can keep it straight.
Absolutely. She said that she is willing to help and she lives on the other side of 275. So I know Lillian will be.
Well, thank you, Lillian.
Now we got like 3 minutes left. So Dave, play the man's song. Why you tripping? Now, if I didn't want to hear Ice Cube, you would put that up. Okay, if I wanted to hear the Beastie Boys, you wouldn't find that. What you got?
Well, I'll tell you what. While he's doing that, all everybody's got to do is go to I Love Whiskeytown. Spelled out.
Hold up, Dave. Hold on. Dave. Sir, Dave, are you listening? He got 2 other songs.
You said play the song.
Yeah, but he got 2 more songs that he sent us.
Yeah, but he just sent the audio, so I'm not sure if we should release
don't worry about it. You know what? Let's do this. Let's wrap on this.
Okay.
The best thing anybody can do if they truly want to listen to the song is go to the website so they can see the video and focus on the song and not be distracted. So let's send them to the website where my YouTube page is.
Yes.
And then they can certainly go online and check out our barbecue sauce. But if everybody that wants to support or become a host or an ambassador to help us bring these programs around the country, then I certainly would ask them to email you. But reach out to us on ilovewhiskeytown.com to let us know that you want to support the initiative. And if anybody has dates or ideas, Lucretia and her team can help you get in touch with my team and let's talk about it.
When you realize who my team is, it's gonna shock you. You ready to know who my team is? My husband.
Hey,
my
if
mama.
they're with you, I already know they're good if they're with you.
My mama and my husband. That's fallback production. And then you have the fam and family is what I call Lillian, Karma, Todd, Addie. I don't have followers. I don't know what the hell that means. I follow Jesus Christ. I have family.
You're not a follower. You have people you lead.
I love them because they helped me grow. They helped us save our home. We're still here because of all these people. I wouldn't have got any smarter. I don't need a record player. I just need a little bit of Karma, a little bit of Monica, a little bit
I'm
of
sending
Christy.
you positive energy because we all operate off a frequency. So the frequency should be high and the love should be right and the light should be there. So all I can say is before I sign off is thank you guys for the opportunity today to be a part of your show. And I hope I didn't overwhelm everybody, but God has a purpose for all of us. And sometimes I think throwing a show and having a party and helping veterans is a lot easier than knocking on doors and asking for help. So I think if we throw some great shows and we bring some great people together, that we can go from 1 to 1,000,000 in a few weeks, maybe a few months, not years.
Okay,
and
now
that's what I want to do.
I'm gonna wind it up. Ready, Dave? You're gonna get ready to play his song, but I wanted to introduce him out.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Dave.
I have a question for you.
You got 1 minute 54 seconds.
So, if it works out, can I go back on the road?
Who, me? You asking me?
I'm asking you.
Absolutely. If you're gonna help a great cause like this, I don't have any problem.
All right, we just got a lighting director.
I don't have a problem.
I'll send you some videos of what I've done before.
Oh, here we go. He was the bodyguard for LL Cool J too.
Oh man, I know LL. He's a good dude.
Only because, I don't look like a bodyguard, and I could carry a gun and shoot.
Hey, you know what we need right now? As you two have got a great show here, got a great audience. Let's get the numbers. Let's get the numbers right, and let's go out in this country and let's put on some great shows and raise money and help these veterans. That's really what it's about. Dave, you're welcome on the tour, baby.
All right, everybody, y'all know what to do. This is Tom. Dave, we'll go ahead and wrap them up. Y'all get over there to Whiskey. What did he say? Whiskey.
ilovewhiskeytown.com, all spelled out. And if you just Google Thom Kaz, THOMKAZ, as you see on the screen right there, you can see I have a lot of other things in the till. But thank you guys for letting me be on the show, and God bless everybody, and God bless America.
Thank you so much. And I love whiskey, really, with Coke. All right, then.
I love barbecue sauce.
All right, then.
Thank
you. You have
See
a
you
good
later.
one. Yes, sir. All right. Yes.
Get whiskey. I love whiskeytown.com. Best sauce in the world. No corn syrup, all natural. I'll see you at the show.
There you go. He gonna be here April the 12th. Margie, y'all get here. Lillian, this is bigger than. See, when two or more get together in His name, everything can change. So everybody, thank y'all so much. This is the end of the show. Dave, you know what to do.
I ain't got that pulled up.
How the hell you? Stop it.
We've been working. We've been doing stuff.
There have been so many things that's held us down. Okay, we're gonna sing it. But now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we got a long, long way to go. And where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting ourselves together. We're polishing up our acts down. If you felt like you've been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing stand in your way. Hey, I want y'all to listen to every word I say, ain't no stopping us now. We're USA, what? USA. Yeah, I acapella'd it out. But on that note, y'all, make sure y'all get over to Fallback USA too. myshopify.com. Please donate to support us. And seriously, if y'all come in here April the 12th, it's getting bigger and better, and we just need to push it out there a little bit more. So everyone, Lillian, and hold on, since he didn't do that, Margie and Melissa and Pumpkin and Patricia out there and Lori, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Margaret, thank you for coming up too. Lillian again, Pumpkin. How many pages y'all on? Wait a minute. Make sure you know what I'm saying. Okay, that's 2 different pages. You like Troy Mitchell. Y'all just be jumping from screen to screen. Cheryl out there, y'all just have a great night. Let me get on over here to D-Lavas. Okay, then. All right, Karma. Beamer, William, y'all just fast pitch. We got you. Shirt, everything. And then we got X. Hey, Todd. No, Todd didn't add in political litter box. Last but not least, D-Livers. I then Charles and Trish and April and Charles and Christy and Charles and Boosie Lily and Amy and Trish and Charles and One Pika and Charles. Y'all have a blessed night. Holla. Faded to black.
Here we go, she's on 5 to 7, 9 to 10 p.m. Fallback Productions. Talks about topics of the day and loves her country, the U.S. of A. Got her Get Right rally on tax day. Got family country, Trump is her thing. She don't know the songs, gives Dave a hard time. Don't worry, it's fine, he's still her Valentine. Keeps us in the loop. Don't you know, sit back and enjoy the Lucretia Hughes Show.